Good evening. This is John Bushka, and this evening I'm going to read to you a screenplay short that I wrote for a class given by Tyler Mowery in his practical screenwriting room or writer's room on Discord, and I'll give you the links for all that at the end. And I'll give you the source. It's based on a video by Tee Grizzley and the Grizzley Gang called Jay and Twan Part 1. And there was an assignment to write a short film based on the same setup and the same outline, Harmon Circle of the screenplay, and the same story with the same beats. Another crime story, essentially, that followed the same and do it in 6 pages. So let's just go through the screenplay first. And there's my detail. Okay. External Ray's Motor Service Center in Texas, daytime. And part 1, that's a Harmon Circle marker. There'll be 8 of them. And again, I'll explain with the links at the end. This is the status quo for the protagonist, whose name is Jay, and he's a wannabe gangster. And then for the other characters, Gerard, 55, drives a Bentley into an open spot on the gasoline bays in front of a big car repair center. Bill, that's me, somebody like me when I was younger, 30, rides in the front. Bill wears a rainbow-colored cap. Both wear shorts. Gerard looks a bit portly. It's a windy, late spring day, not as hot as usual for East Texas. This is near Tyler, Texas, is what I intended. 100 miles east of Dallas. There's a large break of woods to the east. Bill, how do you like the feel of my Bentley? You earned it. You know the commercial property business all over our almost independent country. Just one more referendum vote. Just behind Twan, 23, drives a big Honda motorcycle, and Jay, 28, holds on to him. They each have small backpacks that hold weapons. They stop 40 feet away from the gas pumps. Jay stares at the truck. Twan peers at the occupants inside after cleaning his glasses once. Jay, you know the stakes. Here's part 2 of the circle. What the protagonist Jay actually wants. Twan, yeah, your buddy Jules still rots in jail with the pigs. Need a score to bail him out. Jay, will a big Bentley do? Come on. You want to belong to us, you decide. Jay raises his hand and points to the Bentley. That's a truck. Twan and Jay ride over. Twan stops the hike and approaches the Bentley, with Bill driving with Jay. Twan, hey, you frat boy, give me the keys. Gerard opens the passenger side of the door while Bill hands the keys and starts to exit himself. Twan, oh no, you don't. You climb into the truck deck. You come with me. What? It's my Gerard, it's my vehicle. I never get kidnapped. Well, we'll walk away. You can just buzz off. Bill starts to run as Gerard gets out. Twan and Jay start to chase Bill. Twan shoots Bill twice, once in each knee. Twan, see? You sacrificed your boyfriend, and now you're the freeloader. Twan shoots Gerard in the face with 3 more rounds. Then Twan speeds off with the Bentley onto a 2-lane highway and into the woods out of sight. Jay follows on his motorbike. Soon they both turn onto a dirt road. Exterior, southern pine forest, later. Both the truck and the motorcycle are stopped in a secluded forest. Twan sits in the driver's seat, Jay beside him. Jay finds a bundle of cash in the glove compartment, counts $30,000. Jay turns on the clock radio, and Twan pushes the volume down. External. That's part 3, the external inciting incident. That's for the Harmon Circle analysis of the story. Truck radio. The vehicle owner, this is on the truck radio when he turned it on with the car battery. The vehicle owner, Gerard Glasgow, 50, was dead when the police arrived. The police and the Texas Rangers arrived. His husband, Bill Ledsett, has one leg amputated above the knee at the Memorial Hospital in Tyler, Texas, and may lose the other leg. A group has offered a $200,000 bounty for tips to find the perpetrators. Twan, That's odd. Neither one of them approved of using GoFundMe for themselves. Jay, how do you know that? What is that to you? Part 4, the provisional choice by the protagonist is Jay. Twan, we gotta stay together. I'll try. We can use my share of this to cover Jules' bail. Gotta take care of him before myself. Not charitable of you. Yay. We gotta break bread first. Break bread is a line in the original script. Twan hands Jason big bills. So right now, Jay is trying to go along, to be part of the, sort of belong to the gang. Part 5, the protagonist's goal achieved. Well, maybe. Is he a member of the gang now? That is. We ought to head south to the border, or maybe just toward Louisiana Swamp Lake. We've made it, it's real gangsters now. Yeah. You know why those two guys were enemies of the people, especially the old creep. I really should have shot him in the balding gams first. He was just a bloated corpse already. What's this about? You knew them? Well, I read about Gerard online. All the attention he got happened because he inherited money and a house from Mama. He didn't get his hands dirty with the caregiving. Even he hired our women for the dirty stuff. He even had it coming to him. You're not going well. We gotta stay off the grid. You got your phone, Jay. I need one more call. Twan and Jay should be lift up the motorbike on the bay to the Bentley. Twan gets out another license plate from the black black bag. Black bag, that should be bag, and changes the plates on the Bentley, i.e., East Texas, farm to market highways. In Texas, FM means farm to market, and RR means ranch road. So these are East Texas. You have FM highways. Evening. Twan drives and Jay rides. Jay rides, glances back at the bike times. They see a road sign that reads Cato Lake. Part 6, the surprise problem, or in other words, the pivotal crisis for Jay. Jay's ringtone on his cell reads. He answers quickly. An attorney, Jan Lewis, is on the line in the Dallas high-rise office. Jay, hello. Jay, I'm on the road. Driving? No, riding with a partner. Somebody new? Yeah. Well, the judge raised the bail for Jules, doubled it to $30,000. Oh, I'll get back to Dallas. When? They're still away. I can get you the cash. Jay hangs up. External, Cato Lake on the Texas-Louisiana border. Even that's the only natural lake in Texas. Everything else is dammed up from a. That's actually an unusual fact about Texas compared to Minnesota, where everything is natural. All the lakes are natural. Jay and Twan have improved a crude campsite in canvas shoulder next to the Bentley. Jay, we got to stay out of sight for a while. Part 7, that's the critical choice that Jay is going to make to get out of his fix. Twan, in a leisurely fashion, walks out into the moonlight toward the shore. Jay reaches into his knapsack for a pistol. He fires one round, and it hits Twan in the back of the head. Jay drops to the mushy shoal. Jay trots out and shoves Twan's corpse into the water, hidden by the underbrush. Exterior, McDonald's restaurant in Mesquite, Texas, day. He's almost gotten back to Dallas. That's just east of Dallas on I-20 and 30, or 20, I think. Sits in his bike and munches on a Big Mac. He plays a video on his phone. Video newscaster on the phone. So, if you are kidnapped by a carjacker, can you simply say no? You can take your keys that I won't go with you. Video speaker. Well, somebody else besides you might really get hurt. The video on the cell phone shows Bill lying in a hospital bed with a stump for one leg and heavy dressing for the other. Video newscaster. This just came in. The Texas Rangers are looking for one Twan Roberts, who is reported to be associated with another carjacking and maiming in rural Louisiana, and they have ties to radical Marxism, wanting to terrorize the decadent rich. Another video speaker. That's what Lenin and later Mayo used to do. We forget our history lessons, even like the French Revolution. Now he's gotten back to Dallas. Exterior, Cedar Springs Road at Throckmorton in Dallas, Texas. Jay, carrying his knapsack, slows down for the traffic light in front of JR's bar. He looks over, trying to see the customers in the bar. Final status quo. This is how it ends. He suddenly hears the police car and siren pulling up behind him. He runs the light, tries to flee this cop. At an intersection at Dallas North Tollway, he slams into a car, turning into Cedar Springs, and is crushed to death by the impact. The end. So let me just show you some little map of the area. It didn't. Is this? Yeah, that's Dallas over here. Here's Tyler is down here somewhere. There's Tyler and Shreveport. Cato Lake is up in this area. If you enlarge the map a little bit, you can see it. There it is. And that's where they wound up. And just to show you a few pictures from the that's landing in DFW. That's the roundup. That's in South Texas, near Houston, one of the bayous. That's in Rockport. That's on the border. This is from 2018. That's a rock in the hill country near Fredericksburg, Texas. Pardon me, I gotta sip some water. I'll give you the links to the information for the source material, the Harmon Circle. One of the things, though, that I changed in the story compared to Tee Grizzley's is that I wanted to add the idea of that I personally feel very offended by the idea that if I were ever kidnapped and then my life was bargained for political purposes, like is of course what's happening in the Middle East, but could happen anywhere. With a negotiation, any hostage negotiation, I would not want to go along. But if I refuse to go along, they could kill or injure somebody else. So that's a real interesting moral twist. I thought I could add that twist to the story. And then I'll just ask you to look at the links, and you'll be able to see them. And Tyler Mowery explains the 8 points of the Harmon Circle in the original video by the Grizzley. It's Grizzley's Gang, I think. Tee Grizzley and maybe Conway West. And Kanye West is kind of interesting and controversial. He was in an interview with Tim Pool in 2022 in November, and he walked out. If you want to look that up on YouTube, you can. And there's a story about it on Rolling Stone. I'll talk about that in some other video someday. It's pretty disturbing and controversial. But I do appreciate your listening to the screenplay tonight, and I thank you very much for your attention.